At midnight, the silence reveals a difficult truth. This isn't someone who lacks awareness. They've simply become comfortable with fantasy than with transformation. This reading explores the inner world of someone who is deeply intuitive, imaginative, and emotionally perceptive, yet continues to project instead of participate. They dream, they hope, they imagine different outcomes. But when life asks them to step beyond their comfort zone, they retreat behind another veil. Spirit shows that the game they've been playing has produced nothing. The projections they hoped would weaken someone else have circled back to expose their own wounds instead. Now they're watching parts of their life fall apart, not because the truth is hidden, but because they continue to run from it. The guidance is sobering. Self reflection without action is not transformation. You can sit with the truth, recognize your attachment, see your illusions, and still walk away unchanged if you refuse accountability. Tonight's message asks a simple but piercing question. How long can someone know the truth before they are willing to live it? Let's tap in. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bethany Alexandria. I am your host and reader, Thelia. A warm welcome back to our new and returning viewers, and to our subscribers, a special shout out. Welcome to Blind at Midnight. This reading may resonate with you, especially if you have been seeing repeated synchronicities of the following numbers: 4242, 1114, 6868, 6699, and 444. In your energy, and possibly something that is on your mind, concerns an action, a state of mind, a sense of presence that you've held since you were 20. Let's see who it is that we are reading for. Spirit guides, those inclined to unconditional love and divine service. Who is it that we're reading for at midnight? What is rising in the quiet for them? We have wishful thinking. You may be a bit of a moon dreamer, or just a dreamer in general. You may have water strongly aspected in your chart. Before the big three, I would place you as possibly strong Pisces placement. It's not personal projections. You may have a thing about moon bathing or doing artistic work, something here with the hands, in a moonlight or candlelight. Yes. It gives you the opportunity to travel really far in your internal world. And while you are moon dreaming, while you are in the midst of completing this act or action, this could be writing, listening to music, making music. There's a bit of a tug and war with the things that you're casting against the light of the moon and what you consider to be realistic. There may be harsh judgments here that you hold as well concerning your own inability to accomplish certain goals. Stop taking the blame by automatically thinking it's your fault. Have discernment of what you own but also what isn't your problem. What's rising in the quiet, wishful thinking. It's not personal. Yes, I had these dreams. They didn't all come true. While I'm sifting through the disappointment of it all, I am being careful about not taking what isn't mine. But I dive deep. It's not personal, deep waters, and morning. Step out of your comfort zone and explore new depths with these deeper waters. This is beyond having a new perspective, having a dual perspective, and being able to sift through, but it's also doing your own deep dive, suiting up yourself, checking your own attachments and harnesses before you go deep diving, and reaping the benefits not years from now, but with immediacy. We have morning as the next energy coming through. So this is believing in oneself enough to do the deep dive of the peer and realizing the benefits of it within what could be even a night's sleep. For some of you, it's possible that this wishful thinking is something that you've been at for a long time. This isn't something that just started today. There may be a pattern here in your energy that when it comes a certain time and certain aspects of the conscious and subconscious that are more prominent after sunset, when these things become alive, you may always feel like you're being thrust into a space that may not necessarily be completely your choice, but just kind of like clockwork, I'm hearing. What are you avoiding by staying awake? We have chest moves reversed, pregnancy test reversed, depression reversed. There's a feeling here of loss at either a game you played or a game that you realized that you were a pawn piece in which you had to walk away altogether. There's a lot of avoidance energy or avoidant energy here around planting seeds of potentiality and seeing them come to realization. And there's also an escape of depression. So for some of you, this is directly in relation to childbearing, having children. For others of you, this is just the overall success of an outcome that you wanted to experience. This may have been a relationship with no children. Maybe you decided to not have children. What is the truth that you only admit in the dark? Let's see. What's the truth you only admit in the dark? We have falling apart, falling into pieces, feather reversed. This is being able to glide through the winds of life. We have veil path in the crossing. So the energy that we're reading for, this energy is a bit of a dreamer. They like to have very high and lofty ideas about realizing their own dreams, sometimes more so at the expense of others. In the background, You are sitting in the place of avoiding the truth that this strategy does not work. And you may label it as chess, but it is not chess. Your ideals towards how you realize dreams, it isn't fruitful. Pregnancy test in the reverse. When life and the divine has sent its own rigorous test of balance to whatever your approach is and the intention with which you build, it is found to be lacking. The truth you only admit in the dark is that you're falling apart. Why are you falling apart? Because you have been stupefied in thinking and in leading your own self into thinking that this was a workable plan. You wanted to do something or achieve an end by being covert. Not only were you seeking a veiled path, possibly through a sham family structure where one partner was going to be the victim of it all, veiled, and you went another extra layer to make sure that it was even more subdued, more under the radar, more hidden. What's happening between you and these dreams that you wish to realize? That it seems that you more so require others to step out on the limb for, and not you. We have check yourself reversed, self-love reversed. This is not taking accountability and not being in tune with self. What's happening between you and the energy upon which you wanted to bring this fruition, partnership, or whatever the case is that you aren't taking accountability. You are in a place of lacking in self-love. And this is an area which you are being now forced to enter through transformation and change. You've refused to check in with you. You refuse to put value on you. You've refused to step into you to be the real Slim Shady. You've refused to stand up. You've refused to speak. You said, no, I don't need to speak. I don't need to do any of these things. I don't need to let people see the real me. No, I will choose forever to be covert, to be a menace. And the divine says otherwise. Spirit, what is your advice? You have wishes that you wish to have fulfilled. You are going to have to do the transformational work. Spirit advice, we have running away, anchor. I don't know if you can hear that screaming. And setting the record straight in the reversed, spiral in the upright, and soulful synergy in the upright. You spent enough time. Someone here may be from the land of Chad. You've spent enough time doing the other stuff. And Spirit is saying that the checkpoints that you decided to barrel through, to slither under, or fly over, they have put every measure in place. You decide to go above, there will be a magnet to pull you and whatever craft you're in down to the ground. And even while they're saying to you, you must transform, you must check yourself, you must tap in to you, as much as they're saying, sir, ma'am, there's nobody in that castle. The weeds are up to the roof at this point. Nobody's paid the taxes in forever. The city has failed in selling this plot of land for the last 35 years. What are you doing? You decide still, Spirit's advice. Oh, no, 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 I wanna run away. Running away from being told to keep yourself still, to look at the areas in which you are having a stoppage of in the flow of energy. You are saying that you don't want to do stability right. I don't want to build right. I don't want to build in truth. I don't want to build in transparency. I want to keep on doing things in a covert way, setting the record straight in the reverse. I want to keep being in people's faces and showing up to these events and these proposals and all these things, not giving away any truth. Out of control, spiral. Someone here could also be running away from financial responsibilities, in addition to them doing the work that is required for them to not only climb the upward developmental ladder of spiritual promotion, but also finding soulful synergy. So you can finally be in a place where you can be vulnerable. Vulnerable enough that you can at least strike up a 5-minute conversation where you can have something real. Spirit guys, let's get some clarifiers for those who resonate with this reading. This running away energy, running away from even divine timeouts. What is the issue here with this energy? Why do they feel that they lack what it takes to do things properly? It makes them bitter. They feel like their party is being spoiled. They feel that spirit and life and the universe is raining on their parade because they want to continue to enjoy things the way that they've always been. What's the Four of Cups? The Hermit. I don't want to go within. I don't want to find this lamp. I don't want to get fuel. I ain't got no lighter. I don't want to think about a lighter. No. An offer to look at the things that keep you bound with the devil. Go within and see the devil within. Go within and make your own battle. Because if you look around you and you do the daycare math on life, if you don't do the work now, you're fitting to come back and do it. If you're listening to this reading, you may be feeling put on spots. You may feel a bit blasted, but this is what I want to say to you. There is value floating around you that you could easily catch with a net, but you've been very busy chasing a golden butterfly, a soul golden butterfly, and it hasn't been working. You are here now, hearing this message now. You are in your body. You have gone through all the ish that you've gone through, and you finna sit here and tell me that you don't want to do the work to find out who you be? For real? Nah, can't be real. Four of Cups, the Hermit, the Devil. You want to stay in illusion with the Seven of Cups? There's a part of you here that wants to go look at the devil. You want to go into the devil's lair, hold your lantern up, scan his features, and then pretend like nothing of the sorts happened. I don't think that is an option that is on the table. Strength and the Page of Swords, you will be required to harness this energy to run this obstacle course. What's the Hermit, the Devil? Seven of Cups. For some of you, Three of Cups. I want to remain the same. I went into the devil's lair of myself and I saw in that vault everything that I am. And I'ma just come out when it's dark and pretend like I ain't never went in, like I ain't never seen nothing, ain't nothing happening, nothing to see here, folks. Keep walking. Nothing to see here. Move along. And you're just gonna pop out like a hedgehog the next day, like ain't nothing happened. Like this is the first day of spring. And you don't want to accept yourself. You are refusing going within to see your own attachments, to see the illusions around you. What's the Seven of Cups, the Three of Cups? In the crossing, the Ace of Swords. I'm going to go in the deepest recesses of me because now I'm being dragged. Someone here may have been dining out recently and had an eel or had the option of eel on the menu. You have a lot to think about. Mm-hmm. Is it really that better? Just because your body is so practiced in being a certain way, is it really that better to continue to reside in a place of lies, deceit, and detachment from self? I'll leave these things with you to think about. If you found this reading to be enlightening, revealing, or affirming of your experience, I will see you back for the next reading. Until next time, bye for now.